Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Leo for the month of December. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like it's your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. Please know that although I'm reading for December, you could be feeling these energies whenever you view this video. So, let's begin. At the heart of this reading, we have the card of the Master. Now, this is what it looks like, and we can see there are several things on this card. There's a skull. We have several books all piled up. We have a wand, and we also have a timer. We see that he's looking through a book. He's looking at information and he's running his finger along the lines. He's been through all of these books and he feels pressured. I feel with the way the hand is like this, it's like, well, I suddenly see. He's sifted through all of this information that he has, and he finally sees something. Look at his hand. He finally sees, or he finally gets it. It could be that this is something he needed to learn because Saturn is here. It could have been something that he was avoiding or procrastinating on because Capricorn is up here. He could be very focused on finding a solution. Now, it has to do with the Four of Wands, and clearly we see that this is a card of romance. The Four of Wands. It is a card of happiness. It is the deepening of a relationship, a commitment. It speaks to overcoming difficulties, reunions, homecomings, surprises. It is a sense of belonging. This card can also indicate a past love coming back into your life. Okay, I feel though that this is something that they want to do. I feel like they had that at one time. And I feel that they want to get it back. They lost it and they want it back. And I'll tell you why I say that. It's because of the next cards. And it's Seven of Cups in reverse. So they made a bad choice. And now they don't know how to get out of it or how to get back what they've lost. So that card pretty much says it all. And this is a truth. And it's a truth that hurts. It's a truth that does not feel like a victory. Because the crown is down on the ledge. It doesn't feel like a victory. So they made a bad choice and now they do not know how to get back what they've lost. They've had obviously a lot of time to think about this or to think about what went wrong or why things happened the way they did, perhaps what led up to this. And now they seem to understand something. So let's keep going. Yes, you see, they're very, very restless. They've been in the Four of Swords energy. It's exactly what I thought. And again, you have this. It's like, it looks like. Look at that big. I don't know what it is, axe or something that's coming down. It's again, you get this sense of pressure, time, desperation. And the same thing with this timer down here that is running out of time. So this person, and this was in the reverse. So clearly we see that most likely that desperation has increased. They're beginning to feel very desperate. They've been watching Page of Swords in the reverse, but they've been holding back on reaching out to somebody because in the upright they're preparing to reach out. In the reverse, they're procrastinating on this. They're holding back on this. Okay? And this is what is at the root. They want this relationship. It is something long term that they desire. It could be marriage. This could be, again, that sense or feeling of home with the 10 of coins. They had this, they lost it, and now they want it back. And they've been procrastinating about reaching out, perhaps. There's a sense of desperation here. There is a lot of regret. It hangs on this reading, okay? In the past, we see that there was a decision that was made, most likely with this card being here of the troublemaker. He did something, he or she, whoever this was, I'm saying he because the image is of a male, but I mean, somebody did something impulsively out of fear. He looks afraid. So they did something, they were gripped by fear, they did something, and that something, that action, caused a lot of trouble. Okay? And with the moon here, we're talking about fears, we're talking about the imagination that made something seem much worse than it was, or not as it appeared to be. And it came from this person's fears, from a place of fear. And they may have made an impulsive decision on a relationship. Something that they had the opportunity for, they didn't take it. So, because this speaks to a fleeting window of opportunity. They were reaching for it, but then they quickly pulled back their hand, because they became afraid. And so they took a decision, and it ended badly. Okay? It ended badly. And it was a bad decision. We see that there's recognition they made a bad decision here in the past. Yes. We have judgment in the reverse. Judgment in the reverse is speaking to regret, and it's like they see the mistake, because the judgment reverse speaks to learning from one's mistakes, or needing to. It appears as though they have learned during this time apart what they needed to, you know. Judgment in reverse can indicate that you made a bad decision, which is exactly what this 7 of Cups in reverse on the 4 of Wands and the Master, it's exactly what those cards are saying. You made a bad decision, you or them, okay, because these energies can be vice versa, and your current circumstances are the consequences of that decision. And now you are being called to make this situation right. It's a calling that you feel deep within you that you need to do this, you or them. Again, you see, regret. 5 of Swords in the reverse. Something was said. It came from a place of fear, of pain, no, that somebody was carrying. And most likely it's because of the Goblin card that you have here. Okay? And it ended badly. Now the Goblin card, I have to go there now because we are talking about it, is about the wounded human ego. So when this card appears, and it did appear, it was there in the past, it's what caused all of this trouble. The Goblin really is the troublemaker, and the troublemaker was within this person, you see. And so they made a sacrifice, because the next card I see is Master and Spirit, which is somebody making a sacrifice for the journey. They sacrificed something they love, but it was a bad decision, you know. And they sacrificed it because of their fears, because they didn't really want to lose it, but they were the fear gripped this person. See, the goblin wants to lead you astray. And so it's like it weaves a spell of fear. It could be fear, could be anger, could be resentment, could be self-righteousness, arrogance, selfishness. When the goblin appears, it's time to stop what you're doing, actually, and check your motives. And to see, are you coming from an ego-centered place? Are the circumstances in your life triggering unresolved past issues, that still need healing? So it would be time for self-evaluation, taking inventory before you take another step. But they didn't stop to think. The goblin got a hold of them, and they took that next step. And now they see it was a bad choice, you see. So this card represents the wounded ego and its influence. And how, indeed, it did influence this situation here. And so what we have is a lot of regret, and this person feeling a very empty space inside of them, an empty place. They still have, this is a card of a vision of the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands is what they are desiring, to overcome these difficulties, to get back this person that they love. But they're standing currently on the outside of it, looking in, desiring it, wishing one day to be there. And so here, the same card, see, the King of Swords, he took that decision on that couple, on that new beginning represented by the child there. And here he is, now we see the front of him, and he wants to clear things up. Look at all the gray clouds, and see how he's reaching for the swords? He made a bad decision back here, and now he wants to clear things up. He still has this vision of attaining that Four of Wands, of overcoming this obstacle. And he is regretful. And we see it here, and in the mother, who's representing the moon, and the card of sadness. So some very deep repressed emotions, sadness and regret, mistakes, recognizing one's mistakes. Saturn is here again on this card. Feeling lonely, feeling alone. Something has been broken in two. Somebody maybe has been procrastinating on this. With the troublemaker sitting here, and I feel it's part of this person. It's that goblin that that started all of this, that made them afraid, that led them astray. So they still have this vision, for the future, and you can see what this person, they're looking to the future. And you can see the vision on the back of the chair. This is a journey that's going to require courage with the lion. There's the journey. You can see the inner demons on this card that are grabbing at this person here as they go, or on this journey. Okay, so I feel like these are all those goblins. So they're going to take, they're thinking of the future. They still have this vision. They may still be dealing with these inner demons, but they are, it is a card that speaks to progress being made. So progressing, transitioning from one place to another, and it is what they want. They want to put an end to this current situation that they are in with the death card. It's what they're looking at, they're looking at complete and total change here. They want to transform this situation from one negative place to a more positive place. They want to, with the Death card, wipe the slate clean and start again. So with Judgment, they're owning up to a mistake that they made. And it's like you see here the Knight of Wands, Six of Wands. So you have again somebody returning from the past here. It's going to happen quite suddenly. Somebody who has been distant will suddenly reappear in your life. We have a reunion here. So there's messages here for this person here. Let go of worry and overthinking. Perhaps whether you're currently in a relationship or out of one, you cause yourself unnecessary anxiety or suffering. Okay? Also let go of the outcome. Just go with the flow. And you also have a card, or they do, whoever this is, you or them. It is time to act. Green is a very healing energy, and so we have a return to harmony. Okay, so also for this person, the feelings here are mutual between you two, of and I speak of love and respect and a desire for this commitment. These feelings are mutual. You have also a yes card. So this card here is very special. This card offers a yes response to whatever question that you have asked or have on your mind. It also says that you may get your wish, or that something magical will be happening very soon. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.